Not in My Name International is holding a picket outside Prinshof School for partially sighted and blind in Pretoria Central. The civil society movement calls for justice after a 14-year-old pupil was allegedly sexually assaulted by a male teacher. It's expected that both the affected parents and learners of Not in My Name International will convene a meeting with Prinshof School management.
I was called in by the school's social worker regarding my daughter's performance and fainting problems. She had started fainting recently. So I came into the school. They gave me an assessment on what they found and what she has said. And after a lengthy discussion with the social workers, the child was then called in just to have a session with me. It is then that my daughter Dad, I've got something to confess to you. Something happened to me here at school. A certain teacher sexually harassed me, and I asked how, and she explained what had happened. That it was a music class that usually takes place, I think, in the afternoons, and there's usually cameras in that particular class, but in that day, she or they were moved to a different classroom that didn't have cameras, and that's when this happened, that he was physically touching her, trying to kiss her, putting her hands in the private parts. And after her telling me that, she left, went back to class. I then asked the social workers, why am I hearing this for the first time? The child says this happened last year. They said that they thought I knew about this. The school spoke to the mother and the child, but I was excluded from this. So upon asking the mother, she was scared because certain things were said to her regarding this case, and that it is sorted internally within the school, and she will explain what was said to her because we don't live in the same area and so forth. So yeah, that's how I found out about this case.
All right, for more on the story, we cross to SABC News reporter Lerato Makola, who's in Pretoria and has more for us on this. Lerato, good afternoon. We've been reporting that we're expecting a meeting between parents, leaders of Not in My Name, as well as the school's management. Has that meeting taken place as yet? And if so, what have been the outcomes?
Yes, indeed, Mfundo, we're coming to you live from Prinshof School here in Pretoria. Well, we just want to bring in it's someone who's going to give us an update. She's an aunt. She's going to give us an update as to what happened, because the family had a meeting with the stakeholders and the school management. Thank you so much for your time. Sisi, can you please give us an update as to what happened inside?
Okay, thank you very much. My name is Prinshof School. I am the national organizer of Not in My Name. I think we're not going to say it was a success yet or entirely, but we are pleased to say that the school and the district from the Department of Education has heard the family, and they've heard us as well. And now they're taking steps to investigate. They've requested 10 days to come back to us in terms of our memorandum, which was demanding the arrest of the perpetrator, which we note is in hospital at the current moment. But we want to put it on record that even though he is in hospital, we want him to still be facing the full might of the law. But we also want the school to take full accountability for what has happened. We want to encourage the school to also ensure that the child continues to go for the psychological assessments that are necessary. And lastly, we are also pushing for or calling for the Department of Education to start ensuring that there are sexual harassment policies in place. That's what our memorandum was calling for. And then in addition to all of this, we're pleased to say that the school has agreed to follow all of these processes and ensure that there is an investigation. So yeah.
And your colleague mentioned that you will give them maybe 14 days to respond. So please tell us more about that.
So we've given them 14 days. They requested 10, but we said no, we'll give you 14, understanding of course that in some investigations might take longer than not. And we also want to push then that through these 14 days, they come back to us with all the answers as to how far they are with the arrest, how far they are with the accountability in terms of the school. Does the school take full accountability? And if not, we want to understand why. But more importantly, we want the child to be prioritized in this matter.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Well, there you have it. Well, they said that they will give the school 14 days to respond. But for now, back to you in studio.
All right, thank you very much for that report. It's that SABC News reporter Lerato Makola there at the Not In My Name protest. They're, of course, protesting outside the Prinshof School for the partially sighted and blind. That's where we leave it for now.